I love a guide who has my name on a sign. I love that. Perfect, man. Is it true that some of the monkeys like to drink alcohol, Ivan?
Yes, they do.
How did that happen? Vibes Beach Bar. This place is fun.
What name is?
They're pretty friendly, James.
Yeah.
So Ivan said that the island is much safer now than it used to be years ago because the government came up with a plan to pay off the criminals to stop fighting and killing each other. Listen up, boys. This is important.
Sit down with, huh?
Listen up, boys.
And then, you start a conversation.
Right.
And after the conversation get in, you say, would you like to go to the movies with me?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go to dinner with me? Would you like to go out and have a drink?
Right. So it's called a cook-up?
It's called a cook-up.
And it has a pigtail and what else?
Pigtail, the pig snout, the chicken, the red peas.
(9:25 a.m.) St. Kitts Customs was a little tardy letting us off the ship. 25 minutes, but not too bad. Beautiful day. We're gonna be meeting our guide, Ivan, or Ivan. We're gonna have to ask him how his name is pronounced. From Audat Tours. Looking forward to St. Kitts. I love being the first person off the ship, by the way, too. It's gonna be hordes and hordes and hordes of people, including my family, coming up behind me. But love being the first person off the ship in the morning. That puts me in a good mood. I also love meeting a guide who has my name, Diamond International. Here's Ivan, or Ivan. I'm Dave.
Hi, Dave. Nice
How do I pronounce your name, sir?
Ivan.
Ivan.
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't sure if it was Ivan or Ivan.
Anyone.
I love a guide who has my name on a sign. I love that. Perfect, man. I love cruise port touts, I really do. Gotta respect these people, they're trying to make a living. Ivan is going to tell us about a few of the different places we're stopping. First, we're going to Brimstone. We show where Brimstone is again?
It's right here.
Right here.
The Brimstone Hill Fortress.
Yeah.
Right here. So we're here in the Bay State area.
Yeah, we're heading north.
And we're going to travel all the way down to the Brimstone Hill.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back to the Carabel Batik.
Yeah.
And to the various historical sites.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, it sounds great. We're going to go visit Romney Manor. Going to have some lunch. We're going to go to Timothy Hill. We're going to go to Frigate Bay maybe at the end.
Right.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
All right. Also in Guadeloupe.
Yeah.
And give it the name as Basse-Terre because it's French.
Right.
What is Basse-Terre?
So we're talking about the name of the capital
It
city
means
here we're driving
lowland.
through.
Lowland.
Lowland.
Yeah,
Right.
Basse-Terre means lowland.
Compared to the hills around here.
Yeah. Can I ask you, what's the best thing about being a Kittitian? A Kittitian? What's the best thing about life on the island?
The best thing about life is it's free. It's free. We have it in abundance. We rush slowly here on the island, and it's a very good island.
What's the most difficult thing about living here? Cost of living?
Cost of living.
It's expensive.
Yes, it is.
Is food expensive?
Food is expensive. It's a 17% VAT the government charges here on the island. 17%.
17%.
17%.
What do they do with all that money?
I don't know. I don't know. This is the Inland Revenue. This is where the government taxes right here. The building here to the right.
Uh-huh.
Of me. This is our general post office right here.
Okay. What about rent and buying a house? Very expensive?
Rent is expensive. Buying a house is expensive. It all depends on where the house is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it has a view of something,
Right.
extremely
Yeah,
expensive,
beautiful
right?
view, like, you're gonna see some beautiful views as you go by.
Uh-huh.
Very costly to build a house there. This is the main town. This is the Basti area. All here is the Basti city. This is the Basti area.
Very nice.
This is where all the business takes place. See the stage across here?
Yeah.
Look across, you see the stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be for Juve?
That's going to be for the carnival.
You call it Juve, or how did you pronounce it?
Juve.
Juve.
Yeah.
So the carnival is starting here on Tuesday. So the carnival starts in Right after Christmas.
right after Christmas.
And it lasts until
The
when?
very next day, it lasts until probably the next 8 days.
8 days? 9 days carnival? And it's a lot of fun?
It's a lot of fun. A lot of people all around here. You can't get to walk because you like music playing, everybody dancing.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Does it last until late in the night?
Yeah, until in the morning.
All night?
Yeah.
Really?
In the morning.
That sounds like a lot of fun. St. Kitts and Nevis total have 60,000?
No, Nevis you might find about 45,000. St. Kitts is the bigger island.
Right.
That's our sister island.
And how many of the people are native Kittitians versus foreigners who come in?
You have the majority are Kittitians and Nevisians.
Yeah.
About 70 to 30%.
Are there a few Americans living here though too, or?
Of course they are.
Yeah. Is it hard to get citizenship if you want to move here?
Well, the government have a scheme right now where they're doing citizen by investment program.
If you invest in the
You
country,
invest in the country and you actually get a passport.
they give you a passport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
built by the slaves.
So this is St. Thomas Church?
St. George's Anglican Church.
St. George's Anglican
Yeah.
Church, sorry. So today that place will be very busy because it's a Sunday, huh?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
Christmas
And
Eve.
it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I think church starts from 11 o'clock tonight.
Do you go to mass there or
I go
someplace
to
else?
the next one.
Another one?
Yeah.
How long does the service usually last here on
About
Sundays?
2.5 hours.
Every Sunday or just
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve?
No, 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Did you hear that, boys?
Some of them is 3. Some of them
3?
is 3.
They complain when it lasts 1 hour.
Then it's a have them cricket.
Now this is surprising. Ivan's telling us cricket is very popular here because it's a member of the British Commonwealth. And he's saying that in Nevis they're very good in cricket. They often beat St. Kitts, even though Kitts is a much bigger island. But you're saying in soccer St. Kitts is better.
In better in soccer.
Now has St. Kitts ever beaten any big countries in soccer, or they usually get kicked?
We beat we beat other big countries. We beat Jamaica.
You beat Jamaica?
We beat Trinidad and Tobago.
You beat Trinidad?
Yeah.
Now, but sometimes do they lose real badly if they play a big country?
Sometimes we lose badly.
Yeah.
Sometimes we play Costa Rica. Sometimes we get 5-0. Sometimes we get 7-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes we play the US.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We didn't lose to St. Kitts in soccer, did we? Did St. Kitts ever beat the USA in soccer?
No, never.
No?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Never.
Our team is not that good either.
Never. Development in terms of people.
What, did the island change for the better or for the worse mostly?
It's more for the better.
Mostly for the better?
Yeah.
It's more developed than when you were young?
Than when I was younger. A lot more developed.
More tourism?
More tourism. More foreigners coming here to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say makes your island different than all the other ones and unique?
The beauty of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The beauty of the island. The people here on the island. Because the people are friendly.
What's this town called?
It's called Old Road.
Old World?
Old as in road. R-O-A-D. Old Road. This actually was our very first town.
It was?
Yeah. Yeah, those are sheep. See the baby ones? Cute,
Oh,
eh?
look at the little ones.
Look at these babies. Slow down for a sec. Aw, cute ones. Thank you.
So they're just out to wander on their own? Or
Yeah,
do
they're
they have a
going,
shepherd?
they're going to graze, and then in the evening they go straight back home. The first church to establish
That's the oldest one.
and to establish in the entire Caribbean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the St. Thomas
St. Thomas
Anglican.
Anglican Church.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the fort up there.
It's the Brimstone Hill Fortress, World Heritage Site by UNESCO, was designed by the British, built by the slaves. This fort took exactly 100 years to complete.
1690 to 1790, right?
Right.
I read about it. Heading up to Brimstone Hill now. Is it true that some of the monkeys like to drink alcohol, Ivan?
Yes, they do.
How did that happen? How did they start drinking alcohol, these monkeys?
Sometimes when you're on the beach,
Yeah.
and you're by the bar, you know, you're outside sitting down from the bar, you leave your drink, they'll come, grab your drink and run with it.
And run with it.
And then drink it.
So some of them got addicted to alcohol?
Yeah. So some of them come back, you see them intoxicated.
And there's nothing worse than an intoxicated monkey, right? How do you handle a drunk monkey? You just gotta get away from him, right?
Yeah. He jump around and he, you know, falls down on the ground.
And the monkeys can start drinking when they're 16, or how old? Or monkeys can drink whenever they want?
Whenever they want.
Okay.
Whenever they want.
You're a pro.
Boy, this is a real narrow gate.
I could get some drive up here.
There we are. It's a climb up here, I'll tell you. So this fortress was built over a 100-year period from 1690 to 1790 by enslaved people, of course, by the British overseeing it. The fact that I'm out of breath is not good, is it? What a hell of a view. UNESCO World Heritage Site. So apparently the British abandoned this place in 1853 and 1854, but a lot of the heavy artillery and cannons and such were brought back here in the 1930s, and then it was established as a national park and a tourist attraction. So that one over there is Nevis.
That's how Sister Island Nevis in the background.
Over that way.
Yeah.
And what about over there to the right?
Island, Statia, and Sable.
Say again the names?
Sable and Statia.
Seba and Statia.
Yeah.
Those are small little ones, huh?
Yeah, if you look straight over,
Mm-hmm.
look straight over just above the trees,
Yeah.
you see another one, it's St. Martin.
St. Martin.
Yeah. And there is Anguilla.
And Anguilla is in that direction
Yeah.
too. The view doesn't get much better than this one, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So St. Martin is way off there in the distance,
Yeah,
huh?
it's way off in the distance.
Yeah.
Along with Anguilla.
So Ivan said that the island is much safer now than it used to be years ago because the government came up with a plan to pay off the criminals to stop fighting and killing each other. And they were receiving payments, a lot of money, until you said about a year and a half ago, Ivan?
Yes, sir.
And now everything is... what did the criminals do? Did they accepted that they don't get money anymore, or they're upset about it?
They have to accept it. The government went in and decided to change it, so they had to accept it.
But they didn't start fighting again.
No.
Well, that's good. That's interesting. That's kind of crazy. I've never heard of paying criminals to stop.
I guess he's the first prime minister to come up with that idea.
Is that prime minister still, who came up with that idea, still the prime minister
No,
here?
he's not.
It's a new one?
Yeah,
But some of these guys actually got quite a bit of money, huh?
they did.
Very interesting. Do you think that would work in the U.S., Jen?
Well, how would you know who to pay? Just the.
Yeah. Well, there's too many criminals in the U.S. It would cost too much money to pay them all, wouldn't it?
Ivan, how did they know who to give the payments to? Did everyone get the payments?
They know the bad boys.
Who did?
Yeah, they know who the bad boys are.
They know who
They know who the leader is. So they
Okay,
go
so
and they
it's the
organize
gang.
with the leader.
Yeah.
And then the leader
Divvies it out, the money to
dishes
the,
out the money.
to the criminals,
So
to the
Right.
gang members. Yeah.
Murders stay below a certain rate, they get the
Right.
payment. Something like that, or the crimes stay below a point.
The Tarzan whisk. We call it the Tarzan whisk. With the Tarzan slings on. This big one right here. If this chick could speak, it'll tell you everything about what happened here at the Carabel Batik or the Wamney Manor.
It feels slightly cooler up here.
Yeah.
Manor was first established by Sam Jefferson, who was the great, three greats, grandfather of Thomas Jefferson, third U.S. president. Very interesting. Gigantic 400-year-old tree.
In English
Right.
country.
Yeah.
We also speak broken language. For example, you guys will say, what happened? We will say, what happened? We will see you, and instead of saying hi, we say, wagwan.
Wagwan?
Yeah, wagwan. In terms, it means what's going on, or how are you doing? But it's a broken language where we say, wagwan.
Wagwan.
Yeah,
What's going on?
like what's going on.
It contracted.
Right, broken down.
Any other cool phrases here on the island you could think of?
Yes. One like, if you ask me a question and you relate it to the question, the person gonna say, you don't know. Meaning that you already know or you know it's happening. So we say, you don't know. You know that way?
Meaning what?
Eh? You
Meaning
don't know.
what?
Meaning whatever they ask you.
Mhm.
They may come and ask you a question.
Mhm.
Like they say, you heard about this or you heard about that? And then the person will say, or if something happened and they tell you, okay, well, this thing happened. And the person will say, you don't know.
Mm.
I mean, you already know.
Right.
Do you have any interesting ways of like speaking to ladies? Like if you want to ask a lady out on a date, things like that?
Well, you know, as long as you're trying to speak to a lady,
Like sweet talking them?
of course, you got to be influencing your words. You know, you got to be decent in your words.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just, yo, what's going on? Girl, I want to take you out and this and that and it. And no, it don't work.
Don't
like
work.
that. You know, you got to be
Subtle.
filled with your words.
Like, for example, what do you have to say?
Like if you want to take a girl,
Yeah.
a lady, you go to her, you sit down with her.
Listen up, boys. This is
You
important.
sit down with her.
Listen up, boys.
And then, you know, you start a conversation.
Right.
And after the conversation get in, you say, would you like to go to the movies with me?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go to dinner with me? Would you like to go out and have a drink?
Right.
Relax, you know?
Do you have a cinema here? Do you have a theater?
We have a theater.
Yeah.
We have a cinema, yeah.
So St. Kitts is one of the smallest independent countries in the world. Ivan's reminding us when he was a boy that the country was still part of England. Then in 1983, they gained independence, and he's saying they had a big party then. Was life any different after independence, or it was the same?
It was about the same. It get different to tell about maybe 10 years after.
You know her?
Yeah,
Friend of yours?
that's my friend.
Tail or snout is just for flavor.
Some people eat it.
Some people do.
So it's called a cook-up,
It's called a cook-up.
and it has a pigtail, and what else?
Tail, the pig snout, the chicken, the red peas.
Is it like a stew?
No, it's not like a stew. What is more like a stew is the goat water or the bullfoot or the sauce. It's more like a stew.
I think I heard about the souse. What is the souse?
It's the pig.
It's the pig.
Yeah.
And what's the black pudding?
The black pudding is you get the belly of the pig, and you clean out the belly, and then you fill it with rice.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, you fill it with rice. Just like if you're making it sausage.
Does it taste good?
Yes, it is.
And what was the other dish you mentioned that we should try?
The bullfoot.
What's that?
That's the cattle feet.
Cow feet.
Cow feet, yeah.
Does
Call
it
the
taste
bullfoot.
good?
Tastes good.
Hey guys.
Come on, buddy. You can hold him.
That's
Don't be
okay.
scared.
Timothy Hill. Quite a little scene here at this Timothy Hill overlook. This is Nevis over there, by the way.
It's time to monkey around. What Nevis? What Nevis? What Nevis?
They're pretty friendly, James.
Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, you just gotta relax. And they're gonna relax, you know?
Vibes Beach Bar. This place is fun. This is South Frigate Bay along the strip. So if you want to come and go to a restaurant type place and rent an umbrella, this is one of the beaches you can come to on the island. Another beach called Reggae Beach, which they recommended, but it's a 15-minute drive in the other direction.
Dave, are you that live taxi and tours in the Caribbean? You come into the island, you want to make sure you get to where you want to go, when you want to go, with a little extra fun? We got you.
Reasonable prices too, right?
Right, reasonable prices. We got you covered.